The one that was the number one is a wide receiver. Do you guys want to take a quick guess who was the most named potential value as ADP right now? His name has been floated recently over the past week to two, and he's on a new team. Hint, hint.
Brandon
Come on,
Cooks?
No, he was on here once. That's a good guess.
Huh.
Lauren? Also a trade. Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore. A lot of people have been talking about the past week or two, been paying attention to fantasy Twitter. And with Deshaun Watson removed another year from not playing, with looking at Donovan Peoples-Jones was the two. But if we're all sitting here and we want to say pure talent, it might not work out. Like this, we sit here all the time and talk about talent. I think all of us would agree, talent as a complete wide receiver, we would take Elijah Moore over Donovan Peoples-Jones. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. But because of this opportunity, because this is 2 years in a row now, the Browns have basically stolen a wide receiver talent-wise for nothing in a trade. Cooper, now Elijah Moore. Is Elijah Moore 3 times mentioned? And like I said, there's only 25 to 30 answers. He's almost 10% of the answers. Is Elijah Moore right now potentially one of the biggest ADP differences? Lauren, do you think this is a good call by people on here? Do you think it's a good call for the question being asked?
I think it's an excellent call. I think it is an excellent call. And it's not something that would have, popped into my head. That would have taken some research for me to go in and be like, oh yeah, this actually makes a ton of sense. But I love this. This is why we have amazing viewers and listeners, is because they know their stuff. I like this. I do agree with this. I think that he's going to be heavily forgotten. And absolutely, this is going to be one of the biggest differences for him. Well, for wide receivers.
I think it's a nice little change of scenery. He's only been in the league for a minute. Had some nice moments as a rookie last year, just completely write it off. Because there was some off-field issues with him. He wanted the ball. The quarterback play was super bad. Garrett Wilson broke out. You said it, man. It was a good buy low. We talk about buy low all the time in fantasy and dynasty. That's like a great example of a real life buy low where Cleveland just said, listen, you don't want Elijah, we'll take him. And you're going to put him in the slot. I really like what's going on in Cleveland. I mean, Deshaun Watson is not going to be as bad, I don't think. I mean, he took basically 2 years off. There's certainly some rust there. You got Amari Cooper, deep threat of Donovan Peoples-Jones. You got a hell of a running back in Nick Chubb. They want to pass the ball a little bit more this year, so it makes sense to pass the ball with some of those weapons. Yeah, he's basically free. I get it. He's in the 70s, I think, for wide receivers. So it's a little dart throw. I don't think he'll what's the best case, Jake? He's the number 3. I think Njoku's going to get a healthy amount of targets too, and he may not catch a lot of touchdowns.
Could be the 2.
He'd be a decent wide receiver 5 when you're drafting, 5 or 6 in your squad. It's not a bad flyer to take.
I think drafting for that, yes. I actually think fantasy purposes, if you're looking at Deshaun Watson, and let's say he gets anywhere back close to the Texans days, I think Elijah Moore could be a top 40 wide receiver easily.
Yeah.
So
Amari Cooper, top 15.